Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
So guys,
What's up?
how is it going?
Pretty
It's
well.
going.
You know, bald, beautiful, fur growing.
Yeah, I
Or-
noticed
Getting
that.
ready
I was
for
gonna
winter.
say something about it, and then I was like, "Is that rude if I say something?"
No.
Oh.
I got fur growing. It's for Halloween. You know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I
Griff's
forgot.
doing my makeup.
I
Which I got to
remember
order the makeup
anything.
tomorrow, so this ought to be fun.
Spend a
There's
small
only, like-
fortune on cosmetics.
500 different items I gotta buy for this one little thing. The amount of links in my Discord for all that shit's crazy. So,
That's what you
it's good
get.
stuff.
What games
That's
have
what I-
I been playing this week?
I have been playing Blops, a lot of Blops.
God, I can't stand it when people say that. It just sounds so weird. I mean, I get it. It's like what literally everyone calls it. It's
I
just
prefer to
me.
call it COD, like I've always called it.
Yeah, but
Fish.
COD is everything.
It's also a
Like COD,
fish.
like there's different CODs, and this is Blops, and
Blops.
Technically, it's Blops 4.
Yeah,
Because
technically.
there's 4 other Blops.
yeah, but I've been blopping all week. I just like the fact that I can use this as a verb now. I can do whatever I want with it.
I think
I've
that's
been
part of what
blopping
makes
all
it
week.
weird to me. So you can
Yeah.
use it for like everything. It's turned into Google.
Right?
I've been blopping. Do you want to see? No.
No,
Not really.
like,
No, no.
No, thanks.
Why you gotta be weird about it, man? Why you gotta be weird about
Would
it?
you
Don't
just-
talk about my blops.
Go,
that's why it's weird to me.
approach
It sounds
someone who
gross.
doesn't play games in a trench coat and ask them that question.
You guys want to see some blops? What?
No.
No.
Nope.
No,
don't.
no, I don't. Nope. I'm good. I'm good. So.
Well, how's that
Just a
been
lot-
going for everybody? Blah.
I'm bad at it, like really bad at it, but I love the shit out of it. Like the only thing I don't like, I felt like with PUBG's scoring system, the way it's set up, when you put the time into it, you got a certain amount of points back from it. So let's say that you get 28th or whatever. However, whether you got a kill or not, the amount of time you're putting in, you still got something back from it. This, you have to make a kill. You have to be in top 15. You have to be whatever the
It's rewarding
challenges
you for
are.
being aggressive.
Yeah, and so I get that part of it, but it's like it makes me not to want to play Blackout because I'm having more fun with the multiplayer version of it, and the zombies is fucking amazing. Like I really am enjoying that, but I just feel like they need to add a little extra element in there to entice me to stay in that part of the game. Where I feel like I'm doing that because I can get 1-2 kills in a regular multiplayer playing by myself. Like if I'm against everybody else, it's like a Team Slayer type, or not Team Slayer, but the whatever the hell
Chaos
it's called.
TDM.
Yeah, the Chaos one. So I can go in and do that and kind of hold my own, but going into when you're sitting around waiting, strategically finding everything else, and you got your weapon the way you want it, and then boom, dead. You know, it's like fuck. All right, start over again and do it again, and it's just kind of like there's no reward for it, and I just don't like that. I
But I
really
guess-
don't like.
I guess the idea, though, is you haven't really done anything at that point aside from manage to hide, so they don't reward you for
Well-
that. So the idea is to kill people.
I guess, but it's one of those two where what if you're just like in my case, at least 2 games or 3 games that I've had. No one's been around me, and I've had to. I'm moving to the circle. I'm trying to be aggressive. Got to the second and third circles, top 25, and end up getting killed immediately. But it's not because of lack of trying to find someone. It's lack of just finding anyone because everybody else landed on the other side of the map or whatever happened to be.
But I guess
So-
then the flip side of it, too, though, is, yeah, you run up to find somebody, but as soon as you found another, like, as soon as there was conflict, you lost that conflict. So whether
Well-
you would have been in the middle of everybody or not, you probably still would have been.
Well, I was in the middle of everybody at that point. There was about 6 of them that were shooting at me. So,
Lesson learned: drop in where a lot of people drop in at.
And then now it's quick
grab a gun
games.
and shoot.
And then
Quick
punch
games.
Everybody in the back of the head. Isn't that what you do?
Actually, I got my merit earlier. The classified merit for punching someone to death earlier.
Yes. I knew there
Uh,
had to be a way to do that.
To play onto your point, the way Blackout works, and yes, you do. Like in solo, if you make it to top 15, you get 50 merits. Like, you don't have to kill anybody. You just get 50 merits, which means you can rank up faster. You can rank up pretty far, like really far, just by playing passive if you get to top 15. But you have to play.
So if you're really good at hiding, they'll reward.
Yeah, if you're really good at hiding and make it to top 15 a lot, you'll get a lot of merits and level up fast. But you just have to be consistent.
Well, and normally like in PUBG, that was my strategy. I would just hide. But this, I'm trying to be more aggressive. I guess because it feels like Call of Duty. It's faster paced. There's a lot of things like I want to go out and be aggressive. It makes me want to be aggressive now, but it's like it's fucking me because I'm not doing what I was doing in PUBG. Maybe that's my problem. I just need to do what I did before. Fucking hide, be boring, and just let everybody else kill themselves and see if I get in top 15.
What I started doing for a while is I would, every single time the plane would come in, since you can go anywhere on the map no matter where the plane spawns, is every single time I would dive towards the unfinished tower, the big broken building where every single game I would go straight for that. I would land, get into a shitload of fights, kill one or two people, or just die right off. And then go to the next game. If you win, you jump off the top of the building, land on the ground, and just take off. So, I mean, that's how I started getting better. Is you dive in with everybody, collect a shitload of loot, kill or die, and then jump off the building and run. So,
well, if you die, you can't jump off the building.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Fair enough.
Maybe you fall off the building. That'd be a good dramatic death, right?
Actually, at one point, when you were streaming it, Chicken, he's like, okay, we're going to do this. He just killed somebody, and he's like, okay. And then we just have to survive, and immediately jumps off of a building. He didn't kill himself, but he took a lot of damage, and I'm like, that is the worst tip for survival ever. Let's see if we can survive broken legs.
Also, a tip for trauma kits, always use them as soon as you get them. 50 bonus health will not help you when you're dead. Okay? It will not help you when you're dead. So you put that shit on, and if you have an extra one backup, good. If
do you use the little bonus equipment, the one that like tells you where all the enemy weaponry and stuff is, or any of those?
Yes.
Do you use? Which one's your favorites?
Skulker has to be probably my favorite.
I don't know what that does.
Skulker basically means you can move full speed while crouched.
Oh. I'm just imagining
Skulker.
seeing somebody running in their crouch position.
Well, and the thing is like you can customize your class in the regular part of the multiplayer, and one of the things that they have you on that is the Skulker as well. But whatever your character is has a default for themselves, which is like mine that I normally play with, which is Ruin, has Lightfoot. But I've moved him over to Skulker because I stay crouched a lot, and I'm like, I'd much rather do this than worry about the Lightfoot one, where I'm just running faster. So, because in his case, it doesn't make sense because he's got a freaking grappling hook that makes him move faster anyway. So why would I care if I'm running faster or not? So I'm enjoying it though. Like the zombies, really. Have you played any of the zombies, Chicken?
Mm-hmm. I played quite a bit of the zombies.
I like the zombies. I like that there's challenges built into the zombie stuff.
I like that there's challenges in every single mode.
Yeah.
It's like every mode has its own separate achievements and its own separate levels.
It's like a sub game. Like it's really cool. Like to kind of give you that option that's on there. But I've been enjoying the hell out of that. The zombie stuff feels, I don't know, almost like Left 4 Dead on crack.
Yes, definitely.
And I really, really, really like that. The Gladiator one I really enjoy. Because you're moving back and forth and stuff. It's just, oh man, so much fun. I played it the other night and we had a blast doing that. I was laughing the whole time and I was cussing a lot, but it was so much fun. But in our case, we only had a team of 3. The bot was trashing. Like the first time I played and we had a bot with us, the bot was shit, absolute shit. This time the bot was like savior of all, and I had like the most kills in our group. It was with like 200 and something kills. But then you had the bot that was like 383 kills. I was, where the fuck did he get all these kills? Like he went down 4 times, which was the same amount as most of us did. How did he get all these kills? Where is he killing these people from? So it was a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it. Good stuff. Baka, you been playing?
No, I didn't get Black Ops.
Call of Duty is not usually Baka's thing.
So
not mine either. No, we're in the same boat, Baka. It's okay. I got you. I get it.
So what have you been playing, Baka?
So I started doing the Headless Horseman runs for World of Warcraft.
Good luck, man.
Good luck again. Till next
like
year.
The 11 billionth time. Although, you know what? I really, 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 and this is going to sound so mean, but I don't give a damn anymore. I hope that you don't get that mount until I get another Invincible. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, you got to
can't get Invincible, though, until you put your WoW account up.
I know. Which means you probably
So
won't get this year.
do you understand what she just said to you? She hopes you never get it.
That's not true. It's not never. It's just to let you know more equal.
Oh, too funny.
But
about you, Grif?
I've been doing a little bit of Heroes.
We played some Overwatch for a little bit
Overwatch.
this week because the Halloween event's out. And Chicken, now that he knows where, like, okay, so on the Junkenstein's Revenge map, every time when the hero classes, the enemy hero classes show up, they show up in specific places, and it's like a real-time thing. It just zooms into them while everything's still going on in the background. It just slow-mo's it. So now that Chicken knows where they come in at, because they all spawn on these 4-leaf clovers in specific places on the map, he tries to get just in the right spot to photobomb them. Like, stop!
I've seen so many people photobomb them. It's golden. Especially like when they pop up and whatnot. You're in front of them going, ha, it's me.
It's funny as hell because it's like everybody's like, Chicken, we're in the middle of this battle. What's going on? And all of a sudden you see the picture.
I got a good one the other day. Mercy came up. I was playing Brigitte, and I hit the emote where she was supposed to spawn in, and so Mercy shows up, and I'm just dancing behind her. Like, Brigitte, what are you doing? Being a crackhead.
That's funny as hell. That's good though.
We started we started D&D a couple of weeks ago, but we're in the midst of the campaign now, and that's been interesting.
Yeah,
For sure.
people seem to falling out and just randomly hitting their heads.
It's drop in, drop out. So I had
literally drop out.
The last session, Red told me before we got into it, like, you know, the day before, he's like, I will be an hour late to D&D. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And so I had his character trip and fall. I mean, I'm just thinking, they're in the middle of a dungeon. What's the best way that I can take him out of the equation temporarily? So he tripped and fell in some water and hit his head and knocked himself out, because he's going to be AFK for an hour. Alright, Snitty has to go AFK unexpectedly after we had started playing. So he tripped and fell too, because I didn't know what else to do.
No, he just took a nap because he drank that.
He took an arrow to the knee.
That was later.
No, that was
later.
yeah, that was later.
Okay.
And then
he shot himself in the knee.
Red was out still. He hadn't made it to the session yet, and they were in combat. And Foxy uses an ability that it has a specific radius, and it does a pushback as well, and it does a lot of damage. I mean, it expends one of her 2 spell slots for the day. And she used that ability. Red was in the radius of it, and he's already on the floor unconscious. And
So he almost died.
Yeah, she rolled more than his total hit points for her damage. So she flings him back and into the wall on the other side of the room. And Red is not even here, so he has no idea what he's walking into when he does show up. And I'm making death saving rolls for him because he's gonna die. Yeah, that was a fun thing.
Yeah, he wasn't even there and almost died.
Because he had to be AFK and he slipped and fell. And Foxy I don't know. She thought that he wasn't in the radius for it, but and then Snitty had to leave later in the middle of combat. He's like, oh no, I didn't realize what time it is. I gotta go to work, you guys. And he had just failed a roll anyway, like a critical failure. So I was like, okay, you rolled a 1. You shoot your crossbow at this thing in front of you, but right behind it is a wall. You miss the thing, hit the wall, and your crossbow bolt ricochets off the wall and hits you in the knee. Seeing this injury to yourself and you're a bit squeamish, you actually pass out. So Snitty's like out on the floor because he shot himself in the knee so that he could go to work.
This whole thing was absolutely ludicrous. Newbie hit Baka in the back with a firebolt, and I'm over here just like exploding rats with my fist, watching these people just fail it up. I'm like,
Yeah, they were fighting rats, and Chicken's a monk, so he's got like crazy damage for something that has such a small health pool, I guess. And so he takes 2 swings at it, and they're pretty much annihilated. And everybody else is like, I can't hit this thing!
Well,
Except for Newbie,
I
who
was
hit his
hitting
friend
I
instead.
just wasn't doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, Black was doing
it-
pretty well. But they were okay. They were in a line. It was Snitty and Baka and Red, and they were standing basically shoulder to shoulder in this hallway fighting the rats in front of them, and Newbie was behind them trying to shoot at them, so he's shooting at them with disadvantage already. He's the sorcerer person, and so he's shooting firebolts. And he failed it. Hit Baka in the back with a firebolt. Because, you know, I don't know, actually. I have no explanation. That's just it. I guess you hate people. I don't need these people. I'll just do what I want.
Until the rat gets in his face and bites him.
Yeah. Because everybody's got low HP. We got a bunch of squishies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chicken and Baka, you know.
Mostly Baka.
Trying to lower Baka's HP to make him squishy, I guess. Even playing field for the health pools. Maybe that was the thought process.
I don't have a lot of HP. I have 9.
Oh, well, it's your AC that's so high.
Yeah,
though.
it's
that's
my
what's
AC because
helping you.
I took a shield.
Yeah, well,
My
that's
AC
been
is pretty
fun.
high, too.
So, also, I've been playing Fallout 4 a little bit here and there. I started a new run. And how many years has this game been out? Like, Fallout 4 came out several years ago, right?
2014, wasn't it?
Was it 2000? I thought it was 2015.
Several
It's either 14
years.
or 15.
I found a quest yesterday that I've never come across in my entire
2015.
time playing. How did I just never? I don't.
After
even,
3 years, and you've played through the campaign like 3 times,
a
haven't you?
bunch of times, probably more than that. Don't shut up! Don't judge me.
To be fair, there's quests in
It's
Skyrim
not
that
Dragon
people
Age
still haven't done.
Inquisition.
It's close. But yeah, I ran across this kid on a dock that was screaming about a sea monster and found a Chinese sub with a ghoul captain, and he wants me to help him fix the sub so that he can take it back to China. I'm like, I've never met you before. This is
That's
awesome.
new.
I know. I haven't helped him yet because I'm severely underleveled and I was running from things and I just accidentally ended up over there. So he's gonna have
Fair
to
enough.
wait for a minute, but I'm gonna help him because he seems nice. I mean, I get it. In the Fallout world, that's who we were fighting with, and that's why we nuked everything, and they nuked everything, and everybody nuked everyone. So maybe he's a bad guy, but he seems nice.
He seems nice. He nuked our town, but he seems
He
nice.
didn't directly nuke it. He was just coming to, be part of
Are
it.
you sure that is not a nuclear submarine and a
Well, okay,
nuclear
to be
missile
fair,
was shot from that?
everything is nuclear in the Fallout world. Everything. We use nuclear power for literally everything.
I'm going to find it horribly ironic if you're going to let that guy go after he is the one that shot the nuke into Boston.
I mean, but I don't have that information.
Whatever. Yeah, you find out later on like a little fucking envelope he leaves you. Here you go. Don't read this stuff after I'm gone. I nuked your town. Fuck!
I mean, what's
Oh,
he
yeah,
gonna do
sending
about it
another
now?
one.
It's already irradiated. He doesn't have another nuke with him, and even if he did, it's not like we don't have nukes too at this point. I mean, jeez.
What are you going to do? Shoot a nuke at a submarine while he shoots one at the rest of the human population?
I mean, sure, why not? What's it gonna matter now? Obviously, we can survive it. We have pockets of civilization all across the country. We're fine. What's another
Yeah.
nuke at this point? The ghouls will be alright?
The ghouls will be fine. Well, not unless they're like in the direct explosion of it. Nobody will
be
be
all right.
okay.
They'll be okay. Look, the
You'll
Vault
be
Tech guy will
fine.
It's but a
survive,
scratch.
you know.
Well, and instead of dropping nukes, we could just drop boxes and boxes of death claws on them.
Death balls?
Claws.
Death claws.
Okay, yeah, we could do that too. That sounds fun. That's like crazy Hunger Games shit right there.
Good.
Survive the arena of death claws. Although if you have power armor and a minigun, you'll be alright. So. That's
They're
fair.
not
yeah.
against 20 of them.
Depends. I mean, honestly, I think that depends on how many stim packs you have. Never underestimate power armor and a minigun. And stim packs. Lots and lots of stim packs. I'm a little sad that I'm playing this right when everybody else is hyped up for Fallout 76, and I'm not hyped up for it at all.
Yeah, have you seen the new footage?
I've seen
have
some
not.
of it. I'm not a big
The
person
game
that
looks-
watches a whole lot of gameplay beforehand.
Looks really good. Like,
Well, I need to look at that gameplay so to see if
Well,
it's
go right
the
ahead.
game
There's
is worth it.
plenty.
yeah, it's on. Actually, Eurogamer has it on their YouTube channel. 40
There's
minutes
a few
of it.
sites that did like an hour's worth or so of gameplay.
Yeah, I think they only took 40 minutes of the hour and like I think they swapped it down. They played for an hour and a half, but there was I guess some lulls in between, so they just kind of
Condensed.
condensed to 40 minutes. So
Well, you feel free to watch that and let me know, Chicken, because I generally stay away from pre-launch gameplay just because.
but I can tell you this: the opening part of it, where you create your character, do all that stuff, and walking around whatever building vault they're inside of looks exactly like the inside of the ship from Wolfenstein 2, except with balloons and blue instead of crazy shit. But yeah, looks exactly the same. So I don't know if their worlds are shared or not, but there you have it.
Find out that every company has started crossbreeding their worlds, so that everything is in the same universe.
Right, but it looks. I mean, it looks fan-freaking-tastic. But
I just don't know if I care for the constant online multiplayer aspect of it. Like, I feel a lot of games are moving that direction, and that's not my thing in a lot of ways.
I understand that. Like, you and I are both very campaign-driven individuals, and
well, I also, if I'm going to spend time making something, I don't want the chance of me logging out and somebody coming and fucking it up. Or not even that it matters if you're logged out, just that you are logged in and elsewhere scavenging for stuff, and you come back and your shit's all jacked up and looted.
To my understanding, they can't do that.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that thing. I also just don't
because
necessarily
because you haven't decided yourself to do something similar. That in return they can't do it. It's just like the whole murder aspect of it, which is if you get hit and you decide not to retaliate and the person kills you, you lose nothing. Where they now have a bounty on their head.
Yeah, but they can still kill me, which is just slowing my progress down for what I'm trying to do. In games like Fallout, like
yeah, but so can the world.
What, kill me? Yeah, I know,
yeah.
But I feel like I have a better chance against the world than I do against people sometimes. Depends.
But at least you could go back and kill whatever the animal is, where in this case the entire area is now going to kill that individual for doing what they did to you.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Unless they're all working together to kill people, but
murder hobos.
It's
like a band of murder hobos.
Yeah, but then you can nuke them. If you got a band
and like 5 other people find code words, yeah, but if they've got some of the letters for the nuke code, then it's a moot point.
Then you hunt them some bitches. You get yourself a group. They can't see you on the map, but you can see them, and you just follow them around and fucking set up traps and pick them off. Until they log off. It's
just a different kind of gameplay than I really care for. That's
yeah,
I mean, it's fine. It's not a bad thing. I just sometimes in Fallout I load up the game just so I can go walking around looking at stuff and seeing what's in this drawer, what's around that corner. I found a bear in the middle of town yesterday. I was like, that's different. There's a bear in that playground. I'm leaving. So.
Well, I mean, it's a possibility that 3 years from now you got Fallout 5 to go back to the single player element of it, while Fallout 76 is still continuing on, right?
Yeah, that'd be totally fine with me. I don't think that they're gonna be like, okay, well, Fallout is now a forever multiplayer online franchise.
I don't see them doing that at all.
So.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go the route of Warcraft, switching to World of Warcraft type deal.
I don't see them leaving behind the single player stuff. I think Fallout 4 was too successful for that. So.
Yep.
Well, they've got Elder Scrolls 6 coming out at some point too.
Yeah, that's true. Elder Scrolls 6 in like 30
Fallout
years.
5. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
We still have to have 4 different versions of Skyrim released on my cell phone.
You already got the one on your cell phone.
Yeah, there's a mobile version already. So.
Of Skyrim?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not entirely Skyrim. It's it's like the Elder Scrolls dungeon crawler thing that's based on Skyrim.
On your phone.
Yeah, it's Skyrim on your phone.
Pretty much.
No, they'll actually have Skyrim, the full game on our phones before long. I mean, they released it on Switch. All they gotta do is take that same version and figure out a way to put it on a phone.
You need a 32 gig phone or something like that. It's got to be your only app.
No, I've got 128 gig right now, and it's not even halfway full.
Well, you guys want to talk about some news stuff? Not that there's much of it, which is why I don't feel bad spending half an hour talking about what we played this week.
I don't know why you'd feel bad anyway. People enjoy listening to what you're talking about.
I usually don't, except for when I know we've got lots of news to get to. But we're still in a news drought before the holiday games start really coming out. So, me.
Red Dead is this week.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll see. We've seen a lot of articles pop up about Red Dead, like gameplay footage and trailers and all of this stuff, and it looks pretty good. If that's your thing. That was not a negative thing. For anybody that construes that as a negative thing, it was not a negative thing. Just cowboys have never been my cup of tea.
She's more into the rockers. Cowboys, country music, rock and rock.
Oh, I see what you were trying to do with that.
You fell right on your face. You might want to brush that dirt off your nose.
Rude. Also, Red fell in rat poop in the D&D game. Forgot about that story. Fun times. All right.
His was not dirt on his nose.
No, it was not. He's gross.
Yes.
Nobody hug him right now. So what do we want to talk about? There was.
Let's go ahead and start it with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because
Okay.
I think it goes back to this entire system of reviewing games and stuff that Steam has set up. Kind of shows you how that can relate to how unhappy a community can be, and I don't think much of that has changed. And in this case, I absolutely agree with them, but I did take advantage of this as well. Tomb Raider, after a month of release, is now on sale on Steam for 34% off, which is an odd number, by the way.
Yeah.
And so they got review bombed negatively, of course. And it had to do with the fact that it did get put on sale a month after its release. And I can't really blame these people for doing that. But now I did take advantage of the fact that it was $38 and for the main thing with the season pass and everything else.
Well, yeah, there was a difference in percentages, like 34% for the standard edition and 47% off for the special edition.
Oh, fair enough, because then I paid $1 less than I would have if I paid full retail price for the original game.
For just the base game. Isn't that wonderful?
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
So, I know there's not a rule that's set up, but let's learn from this. Square Enix, what the fuck were you thinking? Like,
Just a little over a month after full release. You fucking drop that thing on sale.
And if you kill the Tomb Raider series because you did something fucking dumb like this, I'm going to be so mad. But, this isn't the first time we've had to deal with it. Square Enix is the same people that did Deus Ex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they divided it up into chapters or things.
Yeah, it made poor
That messed up
decisions
the
that
story.
way. It's like, stop. We get it. You got to make money in order to operate your company, but come on. Figure another way to do the promotion. Like, give the people that purchased it at the beginning, guess what? You now get the DLC for free or something.
Yeah, but if you bought the special edition to start with, you already got the DLC. I mean, you've already paid for it.
For them, you get a special hello. I don't know.
A special hello.
Like the actress that plays Lara Croft goes, hello.
Yeah, that would probably take a minute.
I mean, they could have easily done a free weekend. Be like, oh, you want to try out Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Play it free this weekend. See how you like it. And then you can buy it.
The issue with that is the game is short, so most people probably could have beaten it over that weekend easily.
Ooh. Then that's a much bigger problem than just the game.
You could have given them like 2 chapters out of the game.
Yeah, you could have done a short demo.
Because when I was growing up, we had shareware, and the way it worked is basically you got first 2-3 levels of a game, and then you gave that to your friend too, and your friend was able to play and or you'd play it 100 times over the first 3 levels, and you either bought the game or you didn't. But it was like playing a demo, right? But it was available that way for shareware, and then you paid to play the entire game. So that's almost as like
I just got the demo disc in PlayStation Magazine and played those.
People do that too. Xbox Magazine and PlayStation Magazine both have the demo disc. That's right. So I miss those days. I remember the days of the demo disc.
It's just 6 games on there, like the first stage of each.
That's where I played. Was it Papa Rappa? However you said that name again.
The rapper.
Is that what it is? Parappa
Mhm.
Rappa? I
Yeah.
don't know. Whatever that game was, that's how I played it for the
hated
first
that
time.
game.
Because it was rhythm game and you didn't have rhythm? Or, I mean, I've never played it.
Well,
I don't know what this is, okay?
Jesus.
That's,
I still don't have rhythm, but thank you for that, Grif.
I'm sorry. That's not. I didn't
Any
mean that
wrong
to be
way.
offensive.
You got no rhythm, scrub.
You got no jams, Baka. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't.
you
That's
got
why I didn't
fucking
do
rhythm.
Guitar Hero and stuff. I was horrible at them.
Sorry.
Too funny.
But
What else do we want to talk about now that I've become a terrible person in 5 seconds? Although, to be fair, that's one of the nicer mean things I guess I've said. So.
A game that me and
Today?
Baka used to play. Actually, the where I got my keyboard from. Dreadnought developer, 6 foot, laid off about a third of its staff.
I'm sad to say I'm not surprised. I mean,
I'm
that
not really
game,
either.
we had really high hopes for because we got to play it at PAX
A
South one year, like
shitload.
the first year that they were showing it off and everything, and it seemed really solid until they decided that they were going to go the free-to-play route with it, and then they started introducing hero class ships, which was basically pay to win. You could buy boosts to cut your XP grind, things like that. So if you were going to spend money on it, you could advance really quickly, and if you weren't going to
And-
spend money on it,
He'd be slowed down a bit more,
Yeah.
which
it got
The only
grindy.
way to get this game was off their actual website, right? It wasn't like on Steam or
Yes.
anything like that.
It's,
Like
They
it's
were-
on Steam now.
Yeah, I
It's
was
on
gonna say,
Steam
they
now.
were working on a Steam launch for a while.
well, it's on Steam now, 100%.
Yes.
But it's at mixed now. They also another issue that I read from the Steam reviews is that when they put it on Steam, they revamped their entire UI too. So everybody was like,
What
the hell is this? Yeah, what is this now? Why? And it was bugged too. Like it created more problems. So your first impression was not what was stable and working free from Steam. It was this glitchy, bugged version that was just released on Steam.
Yeah.
So first impression, people were not impressed, and you know how dangerous it is for first impressions.
Well, here's my thing. I understand if you try to do a free-to-play model in some way that you've got to figure out a way to make money in order to sustain a game. I don't understand why they did it the way that they did. And you've played the game where I've sat down and tried to play it at PAX a couple years ago. But would you rather have them just charge like $20 for this game and just call it a day?
Because part of
It's-
the problem that you run into when you start throwing in things like hero classes is you throw off the balance of the game, which means if your team doesn't have a hero class ship because nobody on your team shelled out the cash and the other team has like 2 or 3, you might as well just not even try. Just like sit in the back and die because that's what's going to happen. Because they were
That's
OP
basically
to
what
make it
happened.
appealing.
Like me and Newbie went into a game because he wanted to try it, and even though me and Chicken told him about everything, and me and him went into a game, and the two of us versus one hero ship got completely decimated. We couldn't do anything to him.
Yeah. They just threw off the balance because they were trying to make the purchase appealing and worth spending the money on. But the problem when you do that is you outclass everything that's the free stuff. And that doesn't incline everybody to go spend the money on the hero ship. It inclines people to stop playing your game because it's not fun.
Well, and see, I'd much rather them say, okay, $20, boom, done. And then I think one of the reviews that you read about it, Grif, was the fact there wasn't enough maps, so people had memorized the maps and all that stuff. Now you're paying $5 for a map pack or something that gives you 3 or 4 extra maps or
I
something like
really
that.
don't think that you should have to pay for map packs if there's only a handful at launch to start with. Like,
if
if you
there's-
want longevity in an online game like that, you have to release new maps.
I mean, they could have made money easily if they did a lot of like because throughout all the testing and everything, they had a lot of different visuals for the ships you could get and purchase and buy, like a little kind of like on the front of the ship for Sea of Thieves, a little
Masthead.
yeah.
Yeah.
The little figureheads, you can get those. You can get different patterns and colors for your ship.
Yep. Cosmetics
And, well, I
were
mean,
fine, but
Cosmetics
they had
not
a
bad.
lot, but they did boosts too, to where they. I mean, in a game like this, are you going to want to cut the grind? Yes. So people are going to spend money to cut that grind, and then if you and your buddy play for a week, whoever spends money is going to be so far ahead that the other dude is just going to have to spend 4 weeks to catch up what you did in a half a week.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I mean, even then, the thing to cut the grind, that's fine, because once you hit a certain level, it puts you in a different bracket for the fighting. So you're not going up against, like,
So it has
you know,
an actual level
30 or
system set
40s
in.
again, when you're only like level 1 or 2.
The last time I played, they did not have that, but you may have played more recently than I did.
I
Because
did. I remember I played with Newbie. They started doing it in kind of like I want to say like 10 level brackets or so.
Yeah.
But even then, it would be like almost like PvP in World of Warcraft, where if you're not if you're level 52, you're in a PvP bracket with level 51 through 60. If you are not 60, you are still gonna get decimated. I mean, it's still.
I just think this is just a whole kind of. It's sad to kind of see Dreadnought go through this. I mean, a third of its staff. That's
Yes, that's a
It's
lot of people.
I do. There's a couple of things that I will give them credit for on this, especially after dealing with the bullshit that we dealt with Telltale a couple weeks ago. Is the fact that, first of all, yes, it's 45 staff members. They gave them an option. Do you want to terminate the position, or do you just want to have unpaid leave, with the option to be able to come back? And they let them know a couple of months ago this was going to be a possibility.
I like
So-
the advance notice, but I think that anybody who said I'll take the unpaid leave with the possibility to come back is probably lying to themselves.
Yep.
Because Dreadnought,
Definitely.
especially when you've already shot yourself in the foot with it being a free-to-play, pay-to-win.
I guarantee you, if I took the unpaid leave, the first thing I'm going to do is go find another job.
Yep.
But I'm getting paid to do so.
Well, no, you're not. It's unpaid.
It's unpaid.
You just said it's unpaid leave. You are not getting paid
Oh,
for
it is
anything.
unpaid
You are
leave. Yeah,
basically
yeah,
like
sorry.
telling them, I will take off indefinitely, but should you need me, I'll come back. Whereas the other people are like, yes, we will,
Yeah, it's unpaid. But
Which I still feel like, I mean, if
still
you
gonna
take
go
the
find
unpaid
another job.
leave, yeah, but you don't get a severance package or anything like
yeah,
that.
if you just
so.
go ahead and terminate your position, you get your severance package. You can go, you have at least a little bit of a cushion to go look for your new job.
well, and it's
That's a rough position. Do you give the company that you've given so much of your time a benefit of the doubt, or do you just cut all ties with all of those people and leave?
I think you're naive if you do take the unpaid leave and then you go, I'm not going to try to find another job. That's just stupid. Yeah. On any, I mean, let me go work at McDonald's while I wait on this shit. That's not going to happen.
Don't
But in the meantime, you go, hey, I'll take the unpaid leave with the possibility of this happening, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to go look for someone somewhere else.
I think I would take the severance package, to be honest. I mean, I'd be like, go ahead and give me the severance package, because I'm probably not going to... You're literally... Like, realistically, you're probably not going to get back to a point where you can afford to bring back a lot of the employees. And if that does become a possibility after the severance package, like, say it's 6 months down the line, then I'll just reapply for my job. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
you already
foresee
have all
them
the
being
experience.
able to reel it back to the point where it's profitable, especially with the numbers. To be fair, though, I feel like the numbers they threw out in the article as far as how much it costs to pay their employees and everything, I feel like those are a little inflated.
I feel like they are definitely inflated.
I feel like there's some
How's that?
mismanagement of money on
It's
there.
$80,000 a day.
For
There's
a
a-
third,
well,
there's
there's-
45 times 3.
45.
Yeah, but look at how much, in the comments, somebody already did the math. Look at how much they're spending per month for salaries, knowing that they're an independent developer. Who has that kind of money to pay on salaries? How long have you been able to
Well,
pay
most
that on
most
salaries?
independent developers have about 45 employees total, or less.
But I mean,
by a
that's
lot.
what I'm saying, though. So,
No. It's $80,000 to pay everybody a day,
right.
not the 45 people. It's all.
Right, that's what I'm saying. 45 times 3 equals 80,000. Like not
How
like
much
those
is
4,
that?
5, 1, 3, 215 people. Is that right?
Approximately $2.4 million per month for salaries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Holy shit.
if they had 400, the guy that did the math in the comment section means if they have 400 employees, which is quite a large number for a studio like this, so that's assuming 400. That's still $6,000 a month per employee.
Good God!
I
and
mean-
that's 400 employees, and we were just talking about if it's 45, 45, 45, that's 135. That is 4 times as much. So those people are making almost $15,000 a month.
No. If it's an average of $6,000 per employee, it's not $15,000 a month. You're saying 6,000 a month, weren't you, Grif?
Yeah,
6,000 per employee.
Per employee with 400 employees, not 135. So if it's less than half of that, the salary for each one is going to double.
Right.
So almost 12,000 per employee.
If there's 200 employees.
If there's 200 employees.
Hold on.
I don't. He's right, Oak. I just don't think you understand how he's doing the math.
Yeah, you cut the employees in half, and then you double the salary.
So 135 employees, and you're saying $6,000. I mean, you're saying $80,000 a week.
135 divided by 2.4 million. Yes.
Okay, because if you did $80,000 a day, right? That's what you're saying. Divided by 135,
Yes.
that's $592.
Times 30 for every day of the month.
But you have weekends.
Okay, so what times?
I don't know
5, 10,
what the
15,
average
20.
daily.
It'll go 25 days. You work 25 days a month.
Well, all you do is you divide that by 8. 592 divided by 8 is
Why is it
74.
divided by 8?
Hold on. Because what that does is give you how much it is per person per hour. $74 an hour.
$74 an hour. Please let me have that job.
Yeah, do you still think
Holy
that's
balls.
even somewhat logical?
That
No.
doesn't make any damn
It
sense.
should be like, I don't know what the industry
Where's
standard
that
is.
money going? Like,
but
is someone
30
committing highway robbery in that place?
30 to $40. $30 to $40 an hour I could see based on what would then, but to
In
me,
an indie studio?
but hold on. Even then, if you're going to do it, you put them at a lesser salary, say $20 an hour, but are they in California?
No, this is a European company.
Yeah.
Okay, so less. So $20, and then you give them a percentage of stock in the company, so when the sales do well, they make something back off of it.
Oh
That's
my God.
I just don't
74
understand how you think that. I think that somebody threw out a number as far as the figures go to try to make it sound like a legitimate
I'm
thing.
wondering if $80,000 a day includes the executives that own the company as well, and they just throw it all in there, which still is just shit ton of money. But I have a hard time believing $80,000 a day are the 135,000 people.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time believing that, because even if
He was-
not for a small
No,
company,
not for.
I
not
could
for
see
them.
him making, even if they made $1,000, every one of those made $1,000 a week. That's $135,000 a week. That's still a shit ton of money coming out of a company.
Yeah.
They're saying $80,000 a day. That's just ridiculous. I don't think fucking Blizzard employees make
$74 an hour. I'll
Nobody
take it.
makes $74 an hour. At that point, you go to salary and then you just get paid that instead of.
Yes.
Because I mean, you can
Somebody
work for a
just-
couple days. You can work.
That's
for
got to
one-
be a typo in the article. It has to be a
Do you
typo.
realize that
I
if
mean-
you made $74 an hour and worked a 40-hour work week, you'd be making almost $3,000 a week before taxes?
Oh my
$3,000 a week.
Mm-hmm. Now multiply that times 52. Yeah, I'm waiting on her.
153, almost 154,000 a year.
Yeah, it'd be
$156,000.
$156,000 a year. That would just be a salary at that point. Like, your salary is $150-something thousand a year.
I'm thinking
That
if
is
an indie company
ludicrous.
can afford to pay that, like I need to get into game design.
Well,
I'm cheap.
I just need to get into highway robbery if they're going to be doing that.
right. Well, I mean, to be fair, $156,000 a year isn't unheard of somewhere like in California.
No.
That's going to be like an Apple employee is going to be making that type of money because.
Yeah.
But their cost of living is fucking horrible. Like it deserves the amount of money they're making. That $156,000 for the area that we're at might be $100,000 for us.
Yeah.
And be the equivalent just because of the way they're. I mean, and that's a lot to say. But I can't believe, unless you're in a large city in Europe, I cannot believe $156,000
USD.
is. Yeah. So I'm wondering if the 80,000 is whatever their currency. Like it. No shit. It can't be euros. Euros is worth more than a damn dollar.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
written as dollars, so I mean,
Oh.
And they said that the game is making less than $20,000 a day, but they're paying $80,000 a day for general employee payment and everything.
That means they need to get rid of more than a third.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
paying in
means they need to
general
reevaluate how much they're paying everybody.
Yeah, no shit. It's like everyone's on fucking like $150,000 a year salary.
Do you
all
want the severance
135.
package? It will include this much money, based on how much you made per hour. Absolutely taking the severance package. Screw that unpaid leave shit.
Right?
Like, I'll take that
Sure.
severance package.
Sure. I mean, I'll sit here an hour and make $0, or I can sit here and make nearly $100.
Plus, I look for a
Jesus.
new job.
Oh my god.
This
God.
ended up being a longer discussion about this than I thought it was going to be, but it's been really entertaining. There's been math and everything.
Right?
Yeah,
Matt?
that one is absolutely ludicrous.
$74 an hour.
45
don't
employees were given the option for that. Like, take that
And
severance and go.
And the fucking first sentence of that, it cost about $400,000 for the last Blitz Crunch push to get Dreadnought launched on Steam. Like, what in the world did you spend $500,000 on just to get it on Steam, or just to get it Steam ready?
Well, like, I think it's supposed to, because I saw actual commercials, like, both online, and I want to say I saw a television commercial too about Dreadnought. So it possibly advertising is going to be a
I
big
don't
portion of it.
understand
That's
that.
still
Ben. You're
$500,000.
spending advertisement budget, like TV ads and things like that, on a free-to-play game.
To be fair, look at games like
Like all of your shitty phone games that make cash grabs because those people are stupid and will spend $100 on a package. Yeah, that's.
But those people were paying $2 million, $3 million just for one fucking hat in the damn Super Bowl for those
Yeah, but
things.
it's because all of their players are idiots.
But they were making $1 million a day, which.
Yeah, because all their players are.
Yeah,
idiots.
But Dreadnought has the same format.
It's the
But you
same
could get it cheaper by going to Twitch and getting like sponsored streams to do it, going directly to your audience that you're trying to get.
I
I'd
don't
also
disagree.
argue that Dreadnought probably had a different target demographic than most of your mobile games do.
Yes, and kinda.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Dreadnought is a game that you actually have to play that is like a shooter. It's a dogfighting space game. Whereas with things like your online mobile stuff that they are advertising for, people that are going to sit there and click a couple of buttons and think that they're doing a whole bunch of strategic stuff and spending a bunch of money that way. It's a little bit of a different demographic on it.
There is strategy and stuff that's involved in some of the mobile games as well too, but I would say I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think that that's the problem and the reason they went with the format they did is because if I'm a shooter player, I don't want to do what they just did for their game. I don't.
No.
I want to be able to play the game. It's like I said, I don't have a problem paying $20 for a game, and if you give me, I don't know, 7 maps at the beginning with 20 that, and I'm putting hours and hours in, and you go, okay, for $5 more, we're gonna. We have 5 more maps that are available to you.
To try to be an indie game that's spending that much money on TV advertisements and things like that, when I mean, AAA games don't even go that far a lot of times. They will market on Twitch and on like all of your game sites and things like that. They'll have ads. They'll have ads run on YouTube. But TV is a.
But they still cost money.
They do
and
still
actually,
cost money. And I'm not
YouTube
saying,
right now costs more in a lot of ways
I'm
than
not
freaking a
arguing
television.
that. I'm just saying, I think that they did not need to spend as much on advertisement as they did, regardless
Well,
of
to
where
be
they
fair,
put it.
we don't even know how much they spent. It's just
That's true.
400,000
But if they were
getting it
running
to
ads-
Steam.
If they were running ads, that's
to
part
ads.
of where.
I mean, some of that could have been lawyers' fees for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, because 400,000. That's still a lot of money to me. I mean, even if they like paid overtime to get this new UI up and working, it still came out bugged as hell and not very.
But that's assuming again that they're being
polished.
paid hourly instead of salary. Because if you're paid salary, then you get the same amount regardless.
yeah,
of how many
but that
hours you put
400
into it.
They could have just contracted a shitload of people to help them finish this part so they could get it on Steam.
Help
Because
them
I
finish
know
it, which is why the UI broke. Too many people had no idea what they were doing.
that is one of the issues that I've heard before is when you start contracting things out and people start doing it, things start overlapping and everybody's not working together as a team and things don't work like they're supposed to. Like two people are
It
working
should be
on a
interesting. We've
separate-
got a friend that's a contract employee for video games. I would be interested to hear that side of it.
Yeah.
Like if he's ran into an issue, like I don't know how, like if it's one of those where they go, you need to work on this.
Alone, that's it. Don't worry about anything
that,
else.
and then they've got somebody working on that that's not exactly the same, but something similar to where they are kind of overlapping, and because they can't talk to each other, how hard it is to work, or
Right.
do they have some type of way of communication to work together?
Yeah, do they send it to this person so they can mess around with it, make sure it works right, and then send it back, and you can keep working on it, and like a bunch of back and forth? Or is there? It's interesting.
Instead of working in one studio and like at the actual studio itself, I'd be interested to see how that works. For sure. Video games, woo!
All right, so we'll move on from the Dreadnought one.
Move along.
Yeah.
About a game that now we're like, we don't even care. That was a lot of conversation about, but it does give you an insight on the industry and then independent gaming as well, right?
Yes, yeah, that's pretty interesting. They're paying their employees way too much if those numbers are real. Way too much.
I still think it's wrong.
It's gotta
It's
be
gotta
wrong.
be.
It's gotta be. That's just a bad typo of some sort. Maybe 80,000 a week.
Yeah, or even like 80,000 a week seems more plausible.
Or a month.
80,000 a month.
I disagree on the month because it's 135 employees, but
Let's see. We've talked about it before. February 22nd has a massive load of games that they're releasing.
Yes.
When you're done with the math, Oak, you can let us know.
basically $14.8 per hour if we did it per week.
That seems much more plausible.
$592 per person on average per week, which is decent wage. I mean, it's not bad. Nearly $15 an hour.
That's not bad. I mean, that seems much more plausible than a day.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a lot of money per day. I'm just
No
gonna
shit.
say.
Anyway, we had Anthem, Metro, and Days Gone all being released on the same day, February 22nd. So Sony has said that they are moving Days Gone to April 26th now. So that is one less game on that day.
Thank God.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I want to play pretty much all three of those games. And my
Yes.
birthday is the day after, so I have to make a decision.
Or do
and
you?
as-
You get one for you. You pick one, and then you have your wife pick the other one.
Well, technically that's how it's going to work out. But the thought process is, which one do I want to buy myself? And I think Metro would be more that I would buy for myself. Anthem is one that I will ask for. Days Gone, I can now move to April 26th, and I'm good. I'm a
Yeah, yeah, because I definitely want to try Days Gone. It looks good, and it's a PlayStation exclusive. So.
They never have enough
article-
PlayStation exclusives since that's what I bought my entire PlayStation for. The exclusives.
Same thing with us. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I still need to play Spider-Man on it, but I've got to get a new controller.
All right.
Mine has unfortunately stopped working properly.
well, that sucks. But that's that article. That one was pretty small.
How do we
Just a
feel
little
about this
update.
game? Like, I'm kind of,
Days Gone?
I'm interested. I like the actor they got. I want
Yeah.
to see. He is the main reason that I'm more interested in it because I like him.
Yes. And he's a gamer. He streams on Twitch and everything too. Like, dude's a good
That's
dude.
cool.
Yes.
As far as the game content itself, I'm kind of wondering, and this is something I said, I think right after they announced it at the first time they showed it at E3, which was, I don't know if we've overshot the zombie market at this point. Like, we've got a few games like Last of Us Part 2 people are going to play, but it's because that is a franchise that people are already in love with, and this is a
And
new
that one's
IP
more or
that
less
deals
not zombies. That one's more of like fungus.
with... It's infected. So...
Right.
Fungus.
A world in
So
which
a
there are
zombie
undead
fungus.
walking, essentially. So, zombie-esque. And this is a zombie-esque survival game. So I don't know how well it'll do just because I don't know. The zombie market got so oversaturated. And that's why we moved away from
I don't disagree with that. I think it's kind of oversaturated in a lot of ways. I think that this reminds me kind of a mixture of both the, what's the movie with Brad Pitt in it? The zombie movie?
World War
Oh,
Z.
yeah.
World War Z, like the way that how fast they are, based on that very first video we ever saw of the footage that was on there, and then Last of Us. I think it was a combo
Yes,
of the two.
The Last of Us for sure. You could definitely feel the Last of Us gameplay in
I
it.
think
Yeah.
it's like The Last of Us mixed in with something like, what what is that survival game that you like to play so much, Chicken? Where you have to
State of
build
Decay?
Yeah, it's like State of Decay and The Last of Us mixed together because there are supposed to be heavy survival aspects to it.
Yes, and
Okay,
that's
fair
why
enough.
I'm interested in it, because I can kind of, it's like, it's a different version of The Last of Us, like where they've kind of taken that scheme that worked really well and then just kind of added to it and put a big star as our main character. So it's like I'm super interested. I want to see more of it. I want to rent it, play it maybe, and buy it. So
I'll play it if we pick it up that way. I just don't know if it's going to be like something that I would star on my wish list and be like, that is definitely a buy. Like, yeah,
That is
maybe-
definitely a keep my
I'd
eye
just
on.
rent it.
yeah, that is a keep my eye on. If I really like it after renting it, I'll go ahead and buy it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
if you like something, support the company,
Yeah,
show
I
them
agree
good
with that.
job.
Well, of course, it could be one of those things too. I haven't looked in April when they decided that they wanted to go ahead and do the second release for April 26th. But if it's a light month, it might do really well. Really, really well. And I'm not talking like Spider-Man numbers for Sony, but I am talking like maybe half that. I could see them doing half that if it's a light month. Because people have to, they're going to want to go towards a game that, I haven't played a good game in a month. You're still going to have people playing fucking Fortnite. You're still having people playing Blops. You're going to have people playing all those type of stuff, but they're going to need something that's a single player campaign that they can go through and play. So I like the concept. I'm glad it's moving because it would have been the third on my list of the other two. So I know that I'll end up picking it up. It's on there. So cool beans. What else we got?
The Counter-Strike Pro got caught cheating. In a fucking,
Yeah, that's crazy.
like, I can't understand how stupid you have to be to try and cheat. And I'll be as aggressive as I want. How stupid you have to be to try and cheat at a LAN tournament. Like, do you even have a fucking brain in your head? Or did you just decide to show up at the tournament and, I can't even get inside
The
someone's
fact that he
heads.
made it that far, probably cheating, meant he probably got overconfident.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So, and what we're talking about is an Indian player playing for Optic, named Forsaken, because I don't want to pronounce. I know it's Nick Hill, but I can't pronounce the last name, and really don't want to. Was caught cheating with. He actually renamed the hack that was inside of his computer with, I think it says Word and a couple other
it's
things.
Word.
Yeah.
And rename those in there, and his computer was being looked at during the middle of the match, and he went to try to delete the actual hack while the dude was standing there. And in the video with the link, if you don't follow Chicken's Discord, please make sure you do, because I always make sure that we have all of our articles in there. In the video on the link is actually just
That
him.
video is golden.
Is him trying to delete it while the guy's standing there, and the guy's grabbing his arms and pulling him away while he's trying to do it.
Wow. That's desperate right
You have to
there.
be a special kind of stupid to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those players have been let go.
Surprise,
and so
surprise.
they're going to be start from scratch here. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think he should be like permanently banned from any more gaming competitions. Period.
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Because
is.
this
I think
isn't
he is.
the first time he's been caught cheating. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last time he was caught cheating, for those that don't know, he was basically a Steam ban for using a hack, and their system picked it up. So, not the first time that he got caught. The cool thing that I like about the fact that they let Optic India decided to go ahead and let the entire team go. The way it was written was, of course, because of Forsaken cheated, they let him go, but they went ahead and let everybody else go to pursue new opportunities and other competitive options. So it was, we're not letting you off the hook because you probably knew this was going on, but you weren't the one that was caught doing it. So have a nice day.
Yeah. I mean, just
So-
don't cheat, man. Especially at a tournament level. Your whole team probably knew.
And if not, I'd be so pissed. Like if I was the guy that was next to him, like I'm number 2. Every time I play him, I lose, but I can beat the shit out of everybody else that's there. I don't understand why I keep losing this guy, and then find out he's fucking cheating the whole damn time. I'd be so mad.
I guess the question though is, how long has this been happening? Is this the first tournament he's cheated in? How long? I mean, surely this has raised some questions previous to this, because aimbots are. I mean, sometimes, especially if you are a long player of a specific game, you will be able to recognize aimbot behavior.
Right.
So, how has he not gotten caught, or is this the first time?
Or is it a hack that's built in a way to where it doesn't look like it's aimbot?
I don't know.
That'd be pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be difficult to make something look not aimbot-ish.
So, or maybe he has an option to turn it on and off. So just in certain parts of the game, he's turning it on, the other parts he's not. So it's like, oh look, I failed, and this is when he never turned it off. So that's what got him busted. Total possibility. I don't know, man. I just don't fucking cheat. Just don't cheat. I said at the beginning of this, I am bad at fucking Blops. It's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm still having fun. And I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying being bad at this game. But it is not okay to cheat.
But he has to let everyone know he's got a big E-penis.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, that's the only reasoning I can think for cheaters. I mean,
and the bad part about that is that's not even true. He didn't have a big E-penis at all. He fucking hacked that, you know?
Yeah. Like stuffing.
It's a sock.
Yes. It's a digital sock.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, I've played in games like Unreal and Tribes where we used cheats before, but it was like everyone got access to them, and it was like, you know, low gravity and.
But it wasn't a tournament.
Yeah.
But even if it was, it would have been set for the whole server, not just...
everyone would have gotten it, and just. But you know, the things like that are okay. But yeah, if you're going to a tournament to compete, no, don't do cheats.
Too funny. Our last 2 articles that we've got are actually go back to the Black Ops stuff that we were talking about. The first one, Uber Eats had a campaign that they're running along with COD. Black Ops that it was something with $7.99 pounds in England, I'm assuming, since it's written in pounds, that you would end up getting a free copy of the game. And of course they ran out, and it was supposed to run for a whole weekend, but evidently
do you know how many copies they had?
40.
How many?
40.
40 copies.
You know
Those
what that
motherfuckers
is?
scammed the shit out of people.
Yep. It was, well, the thing is like, the scam didn't even work because the people who tried to order it to get the bundle, like, I guess it was a specific order you had to put in.
Yeah.
They didn't even get
chips.
to order the food. Like, their orders were rejected. So they didn't even make extra money off of it. I don't understand how this was supposed to work, or if whoever the genius behind it is so behind the times that they legitimately thought less than 40 people total.
I would have gotten
1,000
1,000 copies.
Locations. But even then, you're still gonna run out. Okay, look, you are
That's
asking
fine.
people to pay
1,000
$7.99 for a $60 game plus dinner.
Well,
This
if
is-
you have a
This is the case of a restaurant underestimating the power of COD, evidently. And to be fair,
Underestimating.
I got to give them props in the fact that they were selling fish and chips, so cod, which
Yeah.
is the fish that's used in fish and chips for COD.
cod for cod.
They completely underestimated any of this. I mean, this is. I wonder what this is going to do to their business in the long run.
Oh,
A lot of people are
honestly,
really
if they
upset
wanted
about
to
it.
do something like this, they could have gotten with the
Activision.
developers and maybe like, okay, well, if you order the COD thing, then you know we've got like the thousands upon thousands of these codes you get out, and you get it with your order that gives you like an in-game skin or a weapon item or
So, been part of the game instead of the game itself.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
and that's part of it, is just how severely they were like giving it. They were literally giving it away because, like I said, the meal that you had to order was $7.99, and you were getting the meal and a free $60 game. Like, Why? Somebody did not think this through. Somebody did not understand what they were doing when they decided to approve that promotion. Somebody was just lying to themselves. Do some market research, people. Is it really that hard? No, it's not.
One of the single most popular games on the planet, and it's like, and 40 copies. Done!
Between 3 restaurants. Like...
13 restaurants. No, it's 13
it was
per.
It was roughly 13 copies per restaurant is how that divided down. And they just didn't... They thought they were going to run a smooth promotion and there wouldn't be that many people that would be willing to do that. And they were severely mistaken. That's just stupid. Even when I saw it before the game came out, I was like, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. That promotion's going to go up in flames. And it did.
It did. Went up in flames.
I mean, it's one of those things that you don't feel good about being right about, but you saw the mistake before it happened.
Too funny. Our second one about Blops 4 is that it seems as though the server rates are a third of what they were during the beta.
Isn't that just for PlayStation?
Same for the PS4. 60 hertz is what it was during the beta, and now they're saying it's down to 20 hertz.
Yeah.
And they've asked on Reddit, what's going on with that. I'm interested to see, because it's only really talking about the PlayStation version. Is it only the PlayStation version, or is that the only one that's been recognized? Is what I would like to know.
It should be on PC too.
I mean,
it says the PlayStation version specifically. It's the one that people are.
Yeah.
And I like the first comment because it's such a negative view, but it's still so accurate. Which is Activision be like, "Who cares? You already paid." That's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as much as it sucks, Activision doesn't really care about anything except for getting your dollar, and they've already got it. So anything afterwards will definitely fall on Treyarch, the developer of it, which is, I mean, it's probably where it was going to fall anyway, but more than the publisher. But at the same time, it doesn't look good for people. Then again, it's Call of Duty, so they could, let you play as a flaming bag of poop, and people would still buy it every year religiously, which, I mean, they've kind of sort of done in the past, so...
Right. Well, but you know what? They've given them flack over the last few that they've had, and I gotta, there's a lot of people that were pissed, and this one they're very happy with. And I don't think I've bought one since Advanced Warfare, which is the one that came out when Xbox One and PlayStation 4 first came out, and I enjoyed it. No, Ghost was. I think Ghost might have been, and then I got the one after that as well, but. I had no desire to buy Black Ops 3. I had no desire to buy the World War II one, I think it was that they had. And so, but this, just playing the beta, I was like, wow, this seems like a good idea and a fun way to do it. And this is where Black Ops needs to be. Black Ops needs to be their main multiplayer game. Period. Needs to have Blackout, needs to have all that stuff. It doesn't need to be released every year. Give me fucking maps every year if you want to. But keep it at this. For free. That's fine. Keep it at that, and then what you need to do is continue to release your other games if that's what you want to do, and just don't have all the options that this one has on it, because if you do that, you're going to fuck up the entire COD thing, even more than you already have. So, but go back to concentrating on a damn campaign. They used to have good campaigns. It pisses me off.
Yeah, but campaigns don't make money the way that multiplayer does. Nobody pays for extra maps and cosmetics and shit like that for a single player. Jeez.
Yeah. Might not make the same, but they make a shit ton of money. So yeah.
I mean, if you listen to the industry, no, they don't, because that's what we're being told. Single player doesn't make money.
We were being told that until it's been proven with God of War, with Spider-Man.
But they still say it though. They still parrot it out like people believe it.
And I'll be like, oh, fuck off. I don't believe you. Don't believe you at all.
It's too expensive.
And then they'll say something like GTA. Well, but it's because everybody's playing online. And it's like, why is there still sales? Why are there still sales for a game that's like 9,000 years old right now?
Because people hack and get banned and then buy another copy.
Yeah.
That is where I am standing on that one. People hack, they get
I agree with
banned.
that. Totally. 100%.
Especially since the ban system in that game is so fast and loose anyway. You don't even have to be a hacker. You were just an innocent bystander to somebody that did hack. You get banned out. oh well, I guess I'll buy another copy. I really don't understand where these people keep getting this money though. Like, seriously, you guys? Seriously?
Then they
Steam
spend,
sales,
like, you know,
$20. $10.
Another $100 so they can get billions of dollars in the game so they can buy all their equipment again.
Yeah. Okay.
Kills me.
Get ready for Red Dead to be that.
Mm-hmm.
At least you can't. Well, okay. I was about to say at least you can't buy a bulletproof, completely armored horse, but maybe you can in Red Dead.
You're gonna have one that's
Rocket
covered in.
horse.
You're gonna have one that's covered in Kevlar, or they'll just start selling cars.
It's like it's not cars. It's like a horse and buggy kind of deal.
Ooh, it's gonna be
like an
covered in full
armor-plated
Kevlar.
buggy.
Yeah. Where the hell did you get that? What is that? This is Kevlar.
Like
You from
a
the future,
wagon
man?
Being pulled by multiple horses, and your buddies are all in the back taking shots while you're driving them around, and
Yeah.
it's all armor proof.
Yeah. Guess we'll find out soon enough how that's gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
What else
But,
we got?
I think that's it.
That was it.
I gotta go
that's
play
it.
some Silent Hill, you guys. I gotta go get scared.
Anybody have anything else?
No. That's
Go
it.
watch my Silent Hill videos, you jerks.
Yes.
We appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week in Infinite Respawn. As always, you can check us out on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. Check me out personally at MDV Oak Tree. Check out Grif.
At Grif Slineham.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
Baka Pickle.
Also, make sure that you go to Grif's YouTube, where currently she's playing through Silent Hill 2? 2. Silent Hill 2. If you like to see scaredness, that's her. Also, she's awesome with names because she makes them up herself because she can't remember the real names.
Look, okay,
That's one of my favorite
sometimes
tweets
the
of the
real
week.
names are stupid too, okay?
They really are. Like, whatever the real name was that you
It was
talking
like-
about, it was really bad.
Oh man, I can't remember what those things are called, like legitimately, but I call them the chesty guys because they spew stuff from their chest. They're chesty guys.
Well, it's like, whatever the pink bat things are called. Or
Garys.
whatever. Yeah, the Garys, right?
They're
That's-
weeping bats,
I-
but they're called. I call.
I
them
can't
Garys.
uncall them Garys. Like, once I see them, they're Gary. Just the way it is.
Lying
Also, make sure you,
figures. That's what those chesty guys are actually called. What does that even mean? Doesn't make any
they're
sense.
called what?
Lying figures. Like they lie to you, or something.
That makes no sense.
They're chesty guys, and
Like-
legs.
Maybe there's a solution in their lore somehow that they're called
Probably.
that.
Well, I mean, when you shoot them a bunch, they fall down and then like go around on the ground, which is also terrifying. So maybe that's why, because they lie down and scurry.
Maybe. That's
Chesty
weird.
guys, okay? They're chesty guys. I don't care. Fight me.
I think you should be the person that's in charge of all the naming for all the Silent Hill. Oh wait, there's no Silent.
Yeah, there's no more Silent Hill, so that job's out.
If it ever happens,
I'll take the severance package. Thanks.
right. Please. Also, make sure you go to twitch.tv/EliteChicken313 where you can watch Chicken. What, 6 days a week?
5 days a week.
5 days a week. That's right. You're off Friday and Saturday. That's right.
5 days a week.
Sunday through Thursday, usually around 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Usually.
Usually depends on his work schedule, but majority of the time that's what it is. Around 8 p.m. Eastern, you can check him out there. Please make sure that you do. Awesome gamer, really good at it. Currently playing. You played Overwatch, Sea of Thieves. What else you played recently?
COD.
COD. Oh yeah, COD. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So playing a lot of that.
Yes.
So make sure you go in and watch that. Also was in the top 40. Don't know if he still is of Resident Evil 4 plus speedrunners. There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm still in the top. Actually, I don't think I'm in the top funny. Top funny.
Top 20.
Top 40.
That was the top funny.
Yeah, you're not the top funny people that I know either. Yeah, that's all good. No. Also, make sure you go to mixer.com/MDVOaktree, where I will be streaming as well. Hopefully soon. Soccer's about over and my life is going to be complete. I'll be so happy, I promise. Anyway, everyone, for Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Chicken.
Baka.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.